Today, I'm on a mission to discover what the best all-around daily driver is for the real car enthusiast. We've got a lot of comparing and contrasting to do, so let's get to work. Our carefully hand-selected test subjects include fast V8 four-door, old cheap tuner, newer fancy tuner, old American muscle, new American muscle, V8 mini truck, and of course, the diesel tow truck. But that's not all. This morning I was on Facebook Marketplace and I might have found the perfect baseline test vehicle, which we're gonna go buy right now. Right now we're going to pick up a curveball. We've got all these cars and trucks that we already own, but I think for just this video, we need to buy something that we're not exactly familiar with. Something that's not already in the fleet. So right now we're going to pick up what could very well be the ultimate cheap daily beater. I'm well aware we have many cars, trucks, and even imports in this challenge, but we just can't do this challenge without this very specific vehicle because this is such a good daily. It has to be a part of the challenge. And I don't currently own one, so we need to go buy one. Oh my god! Look at that. Damn, it's clean. Oh my gosh. There's like no rust on that thing. Chevy S10. I'll see you in a minute. EOB test drive. 98 S10, 2.2 liter 4-cylinder, 5-speed manual. This truck has hardly any rust. There's like a quarter coin size spot on the one cab corner, but $3,000. It's got cold AC. It's got 130,000 miles, and we're about to see if it drives good. And it appears as so it does. $3,000 is kind of crazy. It appears we have ourselves the final contender in the competition. This thing is awesome! But before we get to testing it, let's meet the team and make a plan. My team and I have found this abandoned crack house to film at, so let's discuss what we personally value in a daily driver. Let's start with Josh.
I'm Josh, and I think a daily should be stick, get good gas mileage, and be indestructible, because I beat the shit out of my cars.
Next, Papa John.
My daily driver needs to have a manual transmission. The more forward gears, the merrier. At least 400 horsepower. It's got a handle like it's all grass.
You just described your own car.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna win this challenge.
Personally, my name is Tom, and I prefer my vehicles to be stick shifts and V8. I would like AC and heat, and I don't give a about gas mileage. All I care about is pin. Cameraman?
My name's Aedan. I like a car that's quick, handles well, looks clean, and rattles your brain.
Last but not least, Declan.
I'm Declan. I want my daily driver to be stick, nice and comfy, and I'd like it to be pretty quick.
Now let's also say Declan and Josh are both import guys, and we are primarily muscle car guys. So our opinions will likely be pretty swayed, especially when we're driving our own cars. But we're gonna try our best to rate everything fairly. And that brings us to the rating scale. Basically what we're gonna do here is test each individual vehicle and then come back and rank them based off of fact and personal opinion. We're gonna be rating them based off price, appearance, sound, usefulness, reliability, miles per gallon, 0 to 60 time, and our overall personal opinion. We will rank each one out of 8, higher numbers are better, and at the end we'll tally them all up, and whichever car is the highest wins best daily driver. Test subject number 1, 1998 Chevy S10. Here it is, the baseline test mule 98 S10, powered by the 2.2 liter 4-cylinder, 5-speed manual, and as you know, we just paid $3,000 for this, so it's got that going for it. It also has ice cold AC, but it's pig slow. Probably by far, definitely the slowest vehicle here by a long shot. What's everyone's thoughts on this purchase?
I like it. It's got one of the best paint jobs in the Tom Buford fleet.
Yeah, it does look really nice. Ain't no Nissan Sentra, for sure.
Now, could you guys see yourselves driving this daily?
I did, and mine blew up.
I wouldn't drive it after at least a bunch of clowns drove it. That's for sure. All right, maybe not a bunch of clowns. That's a better word.
No, that's good. No, I like that you called us clowns on camera. Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Dad. Check it out. Boom. Mint interior. Wow.
Seats are even in nice shape.
It's got a touchscreen stereo.
Some cruise control.
What? It's got crank windows. You don't have to worry about them. Cameraman, initial thoughts?
I like it. It's a clean truck. I mean, didn't pay a lot for it either, so.
It's got 138 on it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's brand new. It's brand new, man. That ain't much.
Now, what you want for this thing?
I'll give you $1,000 right now.
Now, obviously, some of these are two-seaters, so we can't all 5 fit in them, but when we can, we all want to experience them. Although most of these cars, we've all driven them multiple times, so we're all gonna try and pile into this truck and see what it's like. But first, let's do a sound test. That was very underwhelming, and it also has a slight manifold leak, which isn't helping. But check this out, look. So I don't think the 5 of us are gonna fit in here at all, but we can have one passenger. Who wants to ride in the back? All right, Josh, hop in.
What is that?
Get in!
Josh, you look so comfy.
I don't like riding with you guys. First impressions, I've already had them. This thing is dummy clean for $3 grand, and the AC blows cold. I had no expectation of that. Now, performance is definitely slacking. You guys get a little taste of that? What do you think, Josh? I want to go home. 1, 2, 3. Catch that back, dude. You see that? It's not that bad, honestly. That's 50. The 0 to 60 test is gonna take a while. 55.
Oh my God.
60. That's pretty rough. Look at this. I can turn that back on and not really worry about it. What are you guys thinking?
It's comfortable. Slow, but it's got the creature comforts.
Now we need to do an actual 0 to 60 test. Now for each 0 to 60 test, we're gonna do it with 2 people in the car every time, so it's consistent. So Josh is gonna hop out and get into the follow vehicle. Cameraman and I are gonna hit a nice 0 to 60, if we ever can. Now I'm not gonna try and hit the timer while I drive in any of these cars, so we're gonna figure out the 0 to 60 time in post. I will say go when I take off, and I will say 60 when I hit 60. Unless I forget and I say something else, which is probably gonna happen. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, go. I don't know how slow that was, but it was extremely slow. Hey, can't complain for $3,000. Overall, a pretty good rig. I'm pulling over. We'll switch drivers and let Papa John and Declan experience the power for at least the baseline truck.
Oh, wow.
Too much lead in this sled.
It's alright. It's okay.
I mean, it's useful. It checks off that box.
Useful, get decent gas mileage.
5 speeds, like, kind of fine.
Later.
And we're back. What is everybody's thoughts on the S10?
It's a good little deal.
That's a great first truck to teach some kid how to drive stick. It was actually owned by 2 16-year-olds right before we bought it, so it has already been beat to probably, but it takes its time. Now it's time to rank. Remember, 8 means absolute best, couldn't be better in any possible way. 1 means it sucks. It's the worst in every imaginable way. First, let's rate the price of $3,000. And Turner.
Oh, nice.
Okay, we're all pretty in unison there. Yeah, I think if it were $2 grand, it'd be an 8. Next thing we vote on is appearance. And Turner.
That's a 5. That's a 5.
All right, Josh, why'd you give it a 6?
Is that good? Is that more? Yeah. Oh, the paint's really nice.
Next up, sound. Everyone ready? Cameraman, why did you write 3?
What the hell?
Because it's not clapped. Nobody put some sort of exhaust on it trying to make it sound good. It's not. Could
It's
be
got
worse.
no sound.
That's actually, no, that's a really good point.
It doesn't drone.
That's a really good point because 0 and 1 are like, could not be worse. Next vote, usefulness. Ready, set, turn.
I give it an 8 because I'm looking at the 8 cars we have, and it's almost the most useful vehicle of.
Stroke can do a lot of things.
Similar. Yeah, that is why I gave it a 7. I gave it a 7 because I believe it can do absolutely anything you throw at it except tow a car.
I give it a 4. It is a truck, so you can do some truck stuff with it. It doesn't have a lot of power.
Yeah, it's
It's not the biggest bad. You are limited to the truck stuff you can do with it.
I have switched to Team 7 because Tom is right.
Next, reliability. This may vary based off personal experience. Boom. Josh.
5. I think it's a little bit more reliable than average because it took all of that beating.
Would you like to voice your personal experience?
I made the mistake of buying Tom's S10 after every single person in the friend group beat the ever-living out of it, and then it blew up shortly after that. So.
I gave it 7. It's about 2 16-year-olds, and the little bit of use we just gave it, and it's still running. So
That's pretty good. I gave it a 6 for all of those reasons. I know that 2.2s do like to throw rods out of the blocks if you drive them like that every day. But if you don't, it'll probably run forever.
I give it a 3. I've got a few S10s. I do like to buy the cheapest ones out there and haven't really had a great experience with any of them.
Up next is miles per gallon. What's everyone's opinions of 20 to 25 maybe miles per gallon?
Oh, my bad.
I said 8 because I've never had a vehicle that gets more than 20 miles per gallon in my life, ever.
I said 6. All right, for how slow it is and just no power, it should get better gas mileage.
Now we did run back the footage and we timed it, and the 0 to 60 turned out to be 17 and a half seconds. So, what's everyone think about that? Ready? I think we're all in agreement.
0! You can't do that.
It moved! It moved, didn't it? Second to last thing, creature comforts. Boom. I said 8. It has absolutely everything I need. It has a radio, air conditioning. Radio and air conditioning
crank windows too.
means an 8.
I said 7 because I was still thinking and they said ready.
And last but not least, ranked from 1 to 8, your overall personal opinion of the vehicle. Ready? Turn.
I said 7 because it was really cheap, it looks great, it's got good paint, it runs and drives good, has AC. What more can you ask for?
I said 6. I think it's awesome in every way that Josh explained, except for the fact that it needs a lot of cosmetic modifications for me to want to drive it every day.
I said 6. This S10 is our baseline. It is a great homie hauler. It gets good gas mileage, but again, it can't be any higher than just about average.
So now, all we have to do is find the average of all of these numbers, and that will be the S10 score. So 222 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 44.4. Now let's move on to the next vehicle. All right, we have decided the next vehicle we will test is Josh's Nissan Sentra.
This is my 2002 Nissan Sentra STR Spec V. Paid $1,600 for it, and it ran and drove, has cold AC when I bought it.
This one definitely has the most letters describing it. SER, spec, is that like an import thing?
Yeah, it's
Longer the name,
The longer the extra letters, the faster it is.
it's special.
It also looks like it survives nuclear wasteland.
You don't see a lot of these.
There might be a reason.
Hey, for $1,600 with AC, Josh, would you like to fire it up and show us the sound?
I already know what I'm ranking this.
Let's go for a ride. Maybe he'll sway our opinions. 5 deep in the Sentra, dude.
Let's beat the crap out of my head on this handlebar. Josh,
What?
Well, I know who we can call for brakes.
This car.
It's not gonna break, guys. This is a Japanese car.
Stop saying that because it's gonna break.
Yeah, find some wood and knock on it.
Hey, you're gonna hit the 1, 2, 3, 4 on this.
All I gotta say is hold on.
This is how he's gonna sway us.
You know what I'm saying?
Here, fastest hands in the east.
Come on, don't get in the way of my arm now.
1, 2, 3.
That made it noise. I made it noise and like. What do you say? It's making noise and what? The funky noise is worrisome. It's extra.
All right, now just cameraman, you ride. We'll wait on the side of the road. Just come back for us, okay?
It'll hit 60 a lot quicker than that S10. That's for sure. Go.
Those are horrible noises, dude.
I missed third. God damn it.
You got camera nervous, man. Oh my, no. That sound is bad. Like, we gotta figure out what that is.
I missed third. Did that come off my car?
Yeah.
No, it didn't. What the I missed third really bad.
We heard you.
Should we let Papa John drive? I want to see Papa John drive this.
Switch.
I have never seen my father drive an import car, ever.
This thing's a ripper.
I'm pleasantly surprised myself.
All the letters, man. It must mean something.
I feel really bad that I missed third, and I want to do it again, please.
And I was yelling when you said 60.
Come on,
Take
Josh.
2.
All right, ready? Go! That's what happens when you got horsepower.
And we're back after another 0 to 60 test. I will say I'm pleasantly surprised at the Sentra with 5 people in it. That was fairly impressive. So let's start with the ranking of price. Josh, you said you paid $1,600. How much do you have in it now?
After the oil pump and timing chain kit, I think it was like $200, so we'll say $1,800.
Boom.
I said 8.
I like it too. 8. I gave it 8 because that surprised me.
I gave it a 7. I think it was a great bang for the buck, but I do know I had to watch Josh pull the motor out and tear it apart at some point already, so that shaved a little bit off for me on price. Next up, we have appearance.
I said 7. It is my car. It's my car, obviously, so I like the way it looks.
I said 3 because.
Damn!
Dude, it's got clapped out, man.
I said 5. I'm kind of with Josh. I do think it's a cool car. He didn't think I'd know what it was when he showed up with it, but I did. And I think it's cool looking. And with fresh paint, it would be far better. But I think it's a respectable 5.
I said 1.
Damn!
I also said 1.
Took me to import, bro.
My 1 is purely from the condition of the body of that car.
Next up, sound.
We use negative numbers.
Vote.
I know they're all gonna say 1, but I said 2 because I like 4-cylinder cars, but mine does sound very bad. I need to change it. It's very raspy.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It needs 4 more cylinders.
It needs 4 more cylinders or 4 more mufflers, and that's a lot coming from somebody that straight pipes everything.
0. Enough said. I said 2. He made a 4-cylinder sound like a VQ.
Next up, we have usefulness. Ready and turn.
I gave it a 5 because of all 5 guys.
Nice. Guys. 5 dudes. I gave it a 4, right in the middle of average, because you can stuff some stuff in a 4-door, but it's a small 4-door, and it's not a truck, so it's not going to be above average in that department.
You gave it a 2? My balls were getting crushed the entire time.
Next, reliability. Turn.
I think it's pretty average compared to like all the other cars around.
It's average for a hoopty.
I said 3 because he had to pull the motor out of it. Up next, miles per gallon. Google says 22, with Josh doing what he just did, probably every stop sign. Well, maybe 18. We give it 18. And turn.
I said 4.
I said 6.
I said 7 because again, anything more than 15 miles per gallon is pretty spectacular in my book.
I said 7. It's good.
All right, next up, 0 to 60. After the second round, we retimed it. It was 9 seconds flat. All right, and turn.
I said 5. I think it's a little better than average, I guess.
I said 6. I was impressed.
Yeah, I think if it didn't have so much tire spin, it'd be like 7. And also, it pulled really good with 5 people in it, so 6. Second to last, creature comforts. And turn.
I said 8 because I love driving that car every day. It's really comfy. It's got ice cold AC, cruise control. I use it all the time. I wouldn't change anything about the inside of it.
I said 7 because it has everything they just said, and it also has a banging sound system with the subwoofer, and that is a huge game changer for me in a daily driver. Last but not least, overall personal rank out of 8. Personal rankings, turn.
I said 7 because I think it just needs a little bit more work to be perfect, like paint and a different exhaust, but overall I love that car.
I said 5, so I thought it was high. I was going to give it lower, and then we went in it and drove it, and it's a fun car.
Yeah, I said 5. It's a 4-banger. I'm not a 4-banger guy, but it does have a lot going for it.
I said 5. I was going to put 3, and then I remembered that I was friends with Josh.
All right, ready? Final ranking. Boom.
Mine's 42.
43.
44.
34. 43.
We all like Josh's car more than Josh.
I'm just being honest.
Sentra average, 41.2. On to the next one.
2 days later.
It's a new day and we're ready to continue this challenge right. But to do that, we have to decide what the next vehicle is that we test. So what's everybody think? Any recommendations? 5-liter Coyote. Go grab it.
This is my 2012 Mustang GT Premium 5.0 Coyote motor, 6-speed manual transmission. I put 373 gears in it, lowered the whole thing, went through the whole suspension, cold air kit, tuned. This thing rocks and rolls.
But does it rock and roll better than everything else? Probably, honestly. I think it's a good daily, but Papa John, what did you pay for this, / what do you think you have wrapped up into it by now?
Whoa, I paid a cool $12,900 for this car. It's pretty cheap if you go try to find a red Coyote Mustang.
It's like 12
Now.
Centros.
Now, what I have in it, with the tires, the wheels, cold air kit, everything, I probably have 17 in it.
Also, in other news, we will no longer be watching the clips back to time the 0 to 60 because at the end of the last filming day, we bought a draggy. And now we have a draggy, so we can get legit 0 to 60 times right on the spot. It's gonna be way easier. Another question, Papa John. What fuel mileage does this car get?
Ooh, that depends on my right foot, which is usually pretty much on the floor. It's pulling around 17 right now. It'll do 21 on trip.
That's not
Honestly, pretty good. Now, I've been in this car and driven this car a bunch. Josh has never been in it. Declan's never been in it, and I think Cameraman might have been in it once. So they're all gonna pile in. I'm gonna follow. Get your general feel for the car. All right, well, we'll see if you spin out Mustang style and wrap it around a tree. I'll be watching from behind.
Why have traction control? Unlike Josh's, let's spin the tires as much as possible. I understand that traction equals speed. There will be no burnouts.
Ooh, little talk.
The only thing I haven't touched on this car is the exhaust. I got a full boreless setup back at the shop, but we didn't get a chance to put it on yet.
Daily, the quiet exhaust.
Driving this car for 3 hours, it had Flowmasters on it, and I wanted to shoot myself.
Yeah. This is where we hit the tree. Oh, AC a little bit. It's pretty cold. It's pretty cold.
There you go.
I need a jacket.
Pulling off to do a 0 to 60, we're gonna try the draggy. We've never really used this before, but we tested it once in the Caprice. It works great. So cameraman is gonna manage the draggy. We'll probably keep it in a cup holder in there or something and see what Papa John can lay down. Woo!
We just go with the first one.
4.98's not bad.
And we're back. So what was everybody's thoughts on the Coyote?
I like it.
First things first, how much money do you think you have wrapped up in that Coyote Mustang?
I think we're on 17.
17 grand, which is honestly, if you try to buy one anywhere right now, especially like
A red one, get it.
yeah, red one.
Especially with everything done.
Everyone ready with their opinion? Turn. Boom.
I said 1 because it is the most expensive car here.
That's price.
I said 8 because obviously it's my daily driver.
I said 5 because I do think that is pretty much a perfect daily driver. However, I prefer cheap daily drivers, so I gave it a 5. Up next, appearance. Turn.
I love that it's a nod to the old style.
I said 8. It's a very sexy car. Not much else to be said. Up next, we have sound. Ready? And vote.
I said 4 because it's basically a stock exhaust. I like my cars loud.
I said 6 for daily driving. It's really nice. It has a good low exhaust note, but I like it loud.
Up next, usefulness. Boom.
I said 6 because you can pull the seats down and get an amazing amount of crap in there. I've done it.
I said 3 gets the honeys and the groceries, but it's a coupe.
Up next, reliability. Boom.
I said 8 because I did do a bunch of stuff up front, but ever since it's been flawless.
Yeah, I said 8 because it's, in my book, a brand new car. Up next, fuel mileage. What'd you say, guy?
17.
Verdict says,
I said 3. That's not that great to me.
I said 5. It's all right. Could get better.
up next is our rating of the 0 to 60. Now, with the Dragon, we were able to see that it ran a 4.9 second, which is pretty damn good. Faster than I expected, honestly. So, what's everyone think about that? Boom.
I said 8. I'm gonna give it to him. It's a pretty quick car.
Thanks, Josh!
I said 8. Enough said.
I said 8. If it were any faster and I drove it daily, I'd be in jail.
I said 8. Solid time and it pulled hard.
I also said 8.
Second to last thing, creature comforts. Ready and turn.
AC, heated seats, cruise control, you name it, premium interior.
And then it all, our overall personal rank of this car as a daily driver. Would you guys drive it every day, spend the money on it, etc.? Verdict says,
I said 8 because it is my daily driver.
I said 6. I honestly prefer a truck as a daily, but that car's incredibly nice, although a bit pricey.
I said 5. It's a fun daily driver, but it's pricey, not that useful.
Okay, and boom.
Mine was 47.
63, almost like it was my car or something.
59, better than I thought.
53.
49.
54.2 is the final score. A clear winner in the first three vehicles. All right, what's next? I might go ahead and toss in something weird. I think we should test the 7.3 Power Stroke. This is the Stroke, 1999 Ford F-250 7.3 Power Stroke, two-wheel drive, 290,000 miles. This thing may very well be the best daily driver on the planet, possibly.
No. No.
I will say I probably have $12,000 wrapped up in this truck, but when I first bought it, running and driving just fine, I paid $3,200 5 years ago. I've done everything you can imagine to it as far as rust repair, wheels, cosmetics, exhaust. So it's straight piped, it's tuned, it's got a cold air intake, wicked wheel in the turbo, it tows awesome. We constantly tow vehicles with this thing. And honestly, it gets like 13 miles per gallon. And currently, diesel is cheaper than high octane fuel, so it's not that bad for how big of a truck it is. Cameraman is usually the one that picks up cars for videos, and cameraman also just happens to drive this truck a lot.
All the time.
So it's almost cameraman's daily at this point.
Kinda is my daily right now. I love it. It bumps, it does everything I need it to do, makes cool turbo noises. You can't beat it. I love this as a daily. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, ice cold AC, kicking stereo, blows smoke. This is a two-seater and a flatbed. Now, while I don't think this is the best daily here, I think it's up there because I've dailied it for months, if not years at a time, and it's awesome in a multitude of ways, and it is beyond useful. And I'm curious to see what it does 0 to 60, to be honest, so. We've decided Josh and Declan have to switch because Josh has already driven this truck like 4 times this week.
Dude, I'm totally stroking it.
Oh, I'm stroking it. Oh. Y'all are not ready. Hey. Hey. This will be the torquiest vehicle of the day, I promise. What? Hey, not that bad for a 6,000-pound truck.
This thing might be slower than the Sentra.
Shut up, dude. That's not even the hot tune right there. Gets
No, we can't put in the hot tune.
We put it in the hot tune sometimes when it's needed. It just makes the trans slip. I bought this truck with I think 240 or 250,000 miles and it's currently at 290. And mechanically, knock on wood, it has been perfect. I've had to put I think 3 or 4 different wiring harnesses on the engine, 3 different sets of glow plugs. I've re-welded the exhaust a bunch. It's had a whole bunch of different wheels, and last year we did a new front end on it. But like I said, we drive this truck all the time. Cameraman last week drove it probably a total of what, like 14 hours to pick up cars. We drive it every single day, and it's awesome.
I mean, this is good for, like, I'd say one person. This is definitely if you are alone all the time. No offense, cameraman. I'm not talking about you.
No, hold up, no. Because, Declan, you do this to me all the time.
No. But I'm saying, if you don't have friends... Jesus, dude.
If you don't have friends, drive the 7.3 power
If you have
stroke.
no friends, you don't have to pick anybody up. This is the best vehicle for you.
You just love making me feel alone and single.
Can you guys do boosted launches like me? Like that? Oh, look at that. Look at that. The stroke got sideways. Did you expect the stroke to get sideways? I bet you didn't. It's not even in a hot tune, son. The 7.3. It might not have gotten sideways, but it did get a little bit diagonal. And that's better than nothing.
It skirted the tires once.
It skirted the tires.
Get out and you be by yourself, all right?
Maybe I will, you know? Then maybe I should buy this car.
Wheel spin! No, too much wheel spin! Oh, that was really bad. I gotta do that again. 10 seconds. I can do better than that. I can do far better than that. Try it again. No wheel spin. Let's go. Come on. Oh, baby, almost there. Almost here. 60. Oh, check that out. 7.7 seconds.
Holy
Is that not better than you thought it would be? Come on.
that really surprised me.
Come on, everybody. Okay, so for price, which is the first thing we will vote on, I'm gonna remind you, I paid $3,200 for it and drove it 3 hours home and towed vehicles with it in that state. I have accumulated the amount of like 13 grand in it over the course of 5 years. So that is how much it costs now. I just want you guys to keep that in mind. Like, I spent a lot of money on making it pretty. And price, vote.
I said 6 because it's in nice shape for what it is. Probably can't find a power stroke with that for that kind of money.
I said 6 because that truck, between the businesses I've run and the cars I've bought, has paid for itself many times probably. So it's still not that great for 13 grand.
I said 7, 3,200 buy price isn't bad. It's made us a lot of money, but it is a diesel, so repairs are a little bit more expensive.
Vote number 2 is on appearance and turn.
I said 8. I'm not really a truck guy, but I don't think I'd change anything about that truck. It's pretty cool.
I said 7. I think obviously it's my truck, so I've made it how I want it to look, except the flatbed is a little bit trashy.
I said 8. I think it's a mean, badass machine.
Up next is sound. Vote.
I said 6. Sounds pretty good. V8.
I said 7. I'm not really a diesel guy at all, but I do enjoy the sound of a straight pipe 7.3.
I said 8.
All right, up next, usefulness. Turn.
I said 7. I think the only thing that could make it more useful is a regular bed.
I said 6. The tow's good. Only hauls 2, maybe 3 people. Flatbed is not terribly useful.
I said 8. There's never been anything I haven't been able to do with it. The flatbed is kind of annoying, but it hasn't been an issue for me yet.
Next up, reliability. And
I said 6 because I have memory of multiple injector harnesses and other things that have gone bad on that truck.
yeah, mine would be an 8, except I have had to fix the same problems countless times over the past 5 or 6 years. Up next, miles per gallon. Fuel mileage. How do you feel about 13, maybe 15 miles per gallon if you're really nice to it? Ready and turn.
I said 1. I gotta stay true to my scale, man. 4's one of the guy.
I said 3. I don't think it's terrible for what it is, but back when diesel was like almost $5 a gallon, it absolutely sucked.
I said 2.
Thumbs down.
Up next, 0 to 60. The 7.3 on the second round was able to pull off a 7.7. Oh.
I said 4 because I think there's going to be some faster cars here.
I said 6. I think it's great for what it is. Up next is creature comforts. And
I gave it a 6. No cruise control. And being an old man, driving that thing in the dark with the tinted windows is an absolute.
I say creature comforts is pretty high in my book. But yeah, no cruise control. Man.
I said 8. It's got a great sound system.
Yeah.
I love the AC. It blows super cold, and the auto is great for long trips.
Last but not least, personal rank. And turn.
I said 7 because it's definitely you can use that thing to tow anything. It's a beast.
Yeah, I said 6 as someone who's driven it for years as a daily driver. The storage inside the cab kind of sucks, but everything else is awesome.
I said 5. It's a solid daily driver. I enjoy daily driving it. There are definitely better options out there.
I said 6, mostly just because I'm a bigger guy and sitting in a single cab is not that comfy.
All right, everyone's personal final score.
56.
52, 55.
62.
51.
The score for this in total, 55.2. Yes, 7-3 beat the Coyote. Whoa, upset. Verdict says next thing we're trying is the Ford Focus ST.
Let's go, baby. Woo! Beast.
The search for the ultimate daily driver is over. This is my 2014 Ford Focus ST.
It's pretty nice, but I didn't hear a V8 on it there.
Yes, it is a 4-cylinder turbo, 6-speed manual. It's tuned and it's rowdy.
What kind of gas mileage you getting that thing?
About 24, 25 miles to the gallon.
Okay.
Not bad.
And that looks you guys.
It's actually pretty good.
Leave my bacon fingers.
Now, how much money would you say you have wrapped up in
It's
this
a little
car?
bit of a complicated story. So I had a 2013 Ford Focus ST way back in the day. I traded it for a Subaru BRZ, which I then spent ungodly amounts of money turning into a wide body slammed hunk of dog shit, which then I then traded for this. I went back, I went full circle moment. I'm back in another 4-banger turbo car. I'm happy to be here. But I'd say I probably have roughly $1,100 to $1,200.
You got more than that in this.
I don't know. I was pretty good about the wide body
Wait,
stuff.
what?
Yeah, how much did you pay for that first
The
Focus?
ST. Plus
Got it for
what?
like 8.
Plus what you spent on the
Your body
BRZ.
kit, your air kit, your
Yeah.
wheels.
Did you flat trade?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a 4-door, so I think we're all gonna uncomfortably pile in, just like the Sentra.
4-door, hatchback, homie hauler, grocery getter, and race car, by the way.
Okay, let's see about that.
Find out about the race car.
Is this thing a diesel? No, it's direct injection. It shoots a lot of unburned fuel.
I think that smoked more than the 7.3.
Yeah, you wish, man, you wish.
Declan, it's hot in here.
Don't worry, we got AC for everybody.
Gauges on the dash.
Yeah, we got gauges
the
up
sink.
Oh,
Oh,
rough on the suspension.
Let's
I wish. I love 4-cylinders.
Personally, while we can fit 5 people in here, I don't think I'd want to ride back here for longer than 20 minutes. Well, for any other car, it could only hold like 3 people, and it did it more comfortably.
Yeah, this suspension is kind of poopy.
AC's blowing fairly cold at the stoplight. We gotta keep the back guys cool, man. That's
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Declan, I'm sweaty.
what did it do?
6.7. 6.1. That's solid. That's solid.
We are back, and the copious 0 to 60 tests, allegedly in Mexico, might have attracted Mexican authorities to follow us around and constantly be tracking where we are. But the fun will not end here. Let's talk about the Focus ST. You said you had what, 11 grand into it?
Yeah, just about.
Let's rank that price. And vote.
I said 6 because that's a little less than the Mustang was.
I said 6 because bang for your buck. It's new, reliable, creature comforts, and pretty quick.
I said 6. You can find some for a little bit lower, but I feel like mine's a pretty fair deal.
Next, we'll be voting on appearance. And turn.
I said 6. I think the car definitely has some cosmetic defects, but it does look pretty cool. I don't think I'd change much about it.
I said 4. I'm not an import guy.
I said 3. I love Declan very much, but I have never loved Ford Focuses.
I said 5. Not a bad looking car. Kind of makes me think of an egg.
I said 7. I really like how these cars look.
Next up, sound. And turn.
I said 8. I think that's pretty much the best you're gonna get for 4-cylinder. Plus, it's got a turbo, so.
I said 6. Whoosh whoosh at the blow off valve, pretty cool.
I said 7. I also think for a Ford Focus especially, it sounds good. Next vote, usefulness. And turn.
I said 6. It's not a truck, but it is a hatchback and 4-door, so plenty of room in there.
I said 6. It hold 5 people, it's hatchback. Maybe be able to haul 2x4 somewhere.
Next vote, reliability. Ready and vote.
I said 7. The only time I've seen them be unreliable is when people throw a stupid amount of boost through them and blow them up.
I say 4 because everybody I know that has had Ford Focus STs has blown at least one engine in them.
I said 6. I was a 7, and then I remembered that my last ST, the transmission seized on the highway when I was running 70 miles an hour. And then I had to pay $400 for an Uber for 3.5 hours.
I did not know that.
Next up, miles per gallon. Vote.
I said 8. It's probably the best of all the vehicles in this challenge.
I said 8. Good gas mileage, and it's fun gas mileage.
Now the most fun discussion point of all. Declan, what did it run 0 to 60?
In the 0 to 60, after 2 attempts, the Focus ST ran a 6.1.
Damn! I guessed that exactly, by the way.
6-1.
What do we think about that?
I said 6. That's pretty good. It's better than mine.
6, that's pretty good for a daily.
I said 7, because I think I'm hot.
Almost last question. Comfort. Creature comforts. Boom.
I said 6. I like the Recaros for the front, at least. I didn't ride in the back. But the suspension leaves a little bit to be desired.
I said 6. I think the interior is a little bit cramped.
I said 8. It has all the creature comforts, manual, and I love the leather and suede combo.
I said 8.
And final thing, overall personal rank out of 8. And verdict says, boom.
I said 7. It's got some bumps and bruises, but I would drive the out of that car.
Yes, sir.
I said 5. I probably wouldn't drive that car.
Damn.
I said 5. I'm sorry, but I'm not a Focus guy at all.
I said 8. I'm not a Focus guy, but I think it'd be a lot of fun to do.
I said 7, just because I thought I'd be nice to myself. To be fair.
Ready?
59.
52. 51.
57.
64.
Okay. Whoa. 56.6. If I'm not mistaken, that's a new winner.
Challenge is over.
Yeah.
56.6 is honestly better than I expected it would do.
From the beginning of this video, I had high hopes for that car. I think that's a good daily.
We still got 3 more. I think we have to experiment with the no next. The curveball, just because we needed an old school. Let's test noise complaint. Now this is not the best daily of all, I can warn you that right now, but it is one of the most badass. I only put this in the competition because I did daily drive it for a solid year in high school, and I wanted to toss one old school muscle car in the mix. And for an old school muscle car, it's not bad. It's got comfy seats, it's got updated brakes, wide tires, and it's a lot of fun to drive. But you likely know, this is Noise Complaint, my 67 Mustang. It's got a cammed 5-liter in it with aluminum heads, a Tremec 5-speed, built 9-inch rear, fresh suspension, fresh brakes. She's a nasty car. Now what's everyone think?
Quick question. Didn't you spend most of that first year daily driving it on the side of the road?
No, well,
There was a fair amount of side.
there was a fair amount of side of the road, but once the kinks were ironed out, I drove this thing all year round. I even drove this in the winter, every single day. So, I did.
Okay.
Now, it's clear the hopes are not high for this winning the Daily Driver Challenge, but I'm gonna throw a little curve in it, because I am basically the only person that ever drives this car and has ever driven this car. Besides the 0 to 60, I'm not gonna drive it. Declan, you've driven it.
I've driven it.
Aiden, you've driven it. Papa John's driven it. Josh has never driven Noise Complaint. So Josh, you get to experience Noise Complaint from the driver's seat.
Now, here's the biggest issue, is the driver's seat really only conforms to you and I, because we're the same height.
That's gonna be part of the fun. Honestly, cameraman and I will sit in the back seat, because it'll be funny. One of you is gonna have to ride passenger, and one of you is gonna have to follow. Let's see how your legs and shifter position look in this. By the way, the seat does not go back anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe you should drive this.
Why, you think you can drive it without
What, you
crashing
think I'm gonna crash it, John?
Shut the door.
I can drive a car.
Shut the door.
My car that neat.
Just gotta kind of straddle the steering wheel a little bit.
Can you hit the brakes?
Yeah.
Gas and brake? I'm actually very curious to see Josh try and drive this. I think it's gonna be hilarious, especially because he's an import guy and has probably never driven anything with a carburetor that's a stick, ever. That's gotta be the best sounding car here. Just saying.
Look at this. How you guys feeling?
I don't think I've ever been in the back of this car.
Wow.
How does this work? You ready, Josh?
This thing have traction control?
No. And you also, if you rev it and dump the clutch like your Sentra, you might put it in a tree. So don't do that.
This is weird.
You are the only person that hasn't driven it here, so that's why you have to drive it.
This is not stressful at all.
Whoa.
How you feeling, Josh? I'm a little scared. This car feels weird and big. Everything that I have to touch is really hard to move.
Yeah, that's manual steering, manual brakes, and a really notchy homemade remote shifter.
That is retarded.
Hey, don't scare the horses, man. Ezekiel's gonna be in for a hell of a ride if you do that.
I do like how responsive like the gas is.
Yeah. That's a carburetor, buddy. Yeah, turn right up here. Yeah, feel them corners a little bit.
Damn, son.
That's loud.
Steering wheel is so big.
Yeah.
feel to get a little American muscle under your belt?
I don't know. I'm kind of speechless.
Especially in the back seat. That's hilarious.
How does it feel back there? Scary?
It feels fine. I always forget that the back seats of these cars, there's not much leg room, but it's like the seat's really comfy. We need to make Declan drive it too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come on, Declan.
We got a little V8 act under our belt now. Watch out. You don't want to drive it that way?
I have a very traumatic experience from the last time I drove this car, and we almost went to prison.
Yeah, that is true.
And we're back after a joyful ride in Noise Complaint, which involved some Mexico street racing. That was a long road trip, but we made it back. Now, let's start ranking. All right, first we're gonna talk about price. I genuinely don't know how much money I have in that car, but I know it is more than $20,000. As a daily driver, we can choose what we think about that.
That's a mini.
Now, price-wise, what do we think?
That is a lot of bread.
Whoa, twos all around. We were all in agreement. That's not a great price for a daily. How about appearance? Vote.
8.
Yeah, 8. The wide wheels on the back and the big brakes, it looks pretty bad.
What would make it an 8?
Paint?
Yeah.
8, it's perfect in every imaginable way.
8. It's the best rat rod.
Up next, sound. Better be straight 8s on this one. And vote.
8.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this 9.
Up next, we have usefulness. Boom.
1. I'm sorry.
2, 3,
1.
All right, up next, reliability. If I'm not power shifting it, knock on wood, it never breaks down, ever. Ready, and turn.
2.
6, honestly, I don't think it's that bad.
Not now.
7, I think a lot of the issues are user error.
Yeah.
At the same time, it withstands those issues, and as you said, Made it through Power Tour, no problem.
Next up, the miles per gallon. I think the best I've ever seen on like Power Tour on all highway was like 15. But when I just drive it normally, I think it's 8. It's terrible. We're all in agreement. All right, creature comforts, manual steering, manual brakes, no heat. That works well, no AC. Well, the heat works terribly, it barely works. Okay, and vote.
0.
1.
It has 0.
2, because it does have comfy seats in it, but it is brutally hot.
That's one thing.
Damn right.
I give it a 4. My reasoning for that is mainly power. It was hot, that part sucked, but I wasn't ever uncomfortable. My ass never hurt from sitting for so long. It was a pretty comfortable ride.
And it's got two 12-inch subwoofers in the back, which is a creature comfort. Up next, 0 to 60. I am happy to say that the 0 to 60 time in North Plain was 4.6 seconds.
Whoa!
Currently the fastest 0 to 60 in the contest.
Way to go, brother man.
All right, ready and vote.
We're all in agreement.
Thanks, everybody. And last but not least, overall personal rank. All right, final.
I said 7 because I drove it like 30 minutes ago and I'm still smiling.
1, honestly 2. I don't want to drive it every day anymore.
3. I also said 3.
Final score, the worst yet.
Oh, 29?
Damn,
That's up to 3.
Damn, harsh. All right, let's get an average. Our average for this one, 37.2. The worst yet, which we kind of saw coming, but we had to represent the old school. Okay, now we have 2 vehicles left, and there is a slight conundrum because I am the owner of both of them. But as you see, I think I'm rating myself pretty fairly. So let's rank the decoder. This is genuinely my favorite contender for best daily driver because it is my daily driver and has been for a number of years. 2002 Dodge Dakota Sport, factory 4.7 liter V8, factory 5-speed manual, factory 355 posi rear. I've done a custom true dual exhaust, a cold air intake, lowered it, put nice Nitto tires on it. It's got cold AC, no cruise control, no ABS, but all the creature comforts I personally need. I drive this thing all over. It's perfect for hauling parts. Sure, you can't fit people in it, but this is my daily driver. Now, what's everyone think? It's all right.
Hey, and that is why you are gonna drive it.
Oh, boo. Myself, Aiden, and Josh drive this truck super duper frequently. Declan, you've driven it a few times. Papa John, I think has driven it maybe twice, ever.
Over like down the driveway with trash in it. That's
Yeah,
about
taking
it.
trash out with it. So he has yet to actually experience it. I'm really curious to see what he thinks. So I guess cameraman and Papa John are gonna pile in there because there are only 2 seats. We'll follow, and then I'll see what I can swing in a 0 to 60 because I got that 2-3 shift down. Driving a Dakota. Ooh, a little peppy.
It's got a little spunk.
Oh, that third gear is not want to go in.
It wanders a little bit.
Oh, but I'm a pull on the right. Dash looks like a Christmas tree. At least I'm going with the alignment. Should probably fix that.
Turns for you. It's great on right turns.
It's like a NASCAR truck.
All right, Tom. There are a lot of people that want to see you fail. Because I'm your best friend, I'm one of those people. But I would love if you let us down today.
I will grab third. Okay, attempt 1 has failed. That was me trying to very aggressively grab second. All right, I'm gonna shift it a little easier. NV 3500s do not love abuse. you saw what happened the first time, so whatever, I'm not mad at it. Let's go back. And we are back after testing the Dakota, my personal favorite. Now, first things first, we have price. I didn't mention it, but I actually only have, I think, $8,000 in the Dakota, which is not that bad for what it is. Fairly rust-free. Actually, no, it is rust-free. AC, fun, V8. Come on. What do we think about the price? Flip.
I said 3. That's a little much for me. I ain't made out of money, man.
I said 7 because I love my Dodge Dakota so much, but I can understand that it is a Dodge Dakota.
I said 5 because I think paying $8,000 for a Dodge Dakota is kind of like swimming that.
Well, up next, we have appearance and vote.
I said 6. It's a Dakota. Otherwise, it looks decent for a Dakota.
I said 7. I think it's very clean. I like the stance. I like the meaty tires and the headlights. Makes me smile. Number 3 is sound. Vote. Boom.
I said 8. I don't think the truck is sounding any better. I love it.
I said 7, just because I gave those complaint 8.
I said 8. I love how it sounds. Up next, we have usefulness. And vote.
I said 7 because it's a truck, but it is a mini truck.
Small truck, can't tow, can't fit a whole lot in the bed.
Yeah, I think it's very, very useful, and it does almost everything I need, except I cannot tow anything, and I cannot haul more than one person.
6, same reasons, you're kind of limited.
Said 6 as well.
Up next, we have reliability. And vote.
I said 7. I think it's pretty damn reliable.
I gave it 7. For the number of lights on the dash, it's running pretty good.
There are a lot of lights on the dash, but especially for a 4.7 liter, that thing is crazy reliable.
I said 8, it's got its quirks, but it's never left us stranded.
Next up, we have gas mileage. The Dakota consistently gets 15 miles per gallon, even with my lead foot. I know it'll get 16 or 17 if I'm easy, but 15 is pretty good. And vote. I gave it a 6. For my rating system, that's pretty damn good.
I said 6, I know how we drive it, that surprised me.
Next, we have the 0 to 60 time, which it pulled off a measly 7 seconds flat.
Josh wants another shot.
And rate 5, I think it's decent. Next, we have creature comforts. And vote. I gave it a 5 because anything that has cold air conditioning is automatically a 5.
I give it a 3. It does have good AC and heat, but I also remembered how much we constantly fight that radio.
And last but not least, overall personal rank, how much out of 8 would you drive that every single day? And verdict says,
I gave it a 7 because the truck's badass.
I gave it a 4. Exhaust is droning. I don't like sitting windows. I'm an old man.
I give it an 8 because it is my daily driver and I love it.
I give it a 7. I have daily driven it, but that radio kills it.
I gave it a 6. I think it is a solid little mini truck, and it is an 8x5.
All right, everyone's top score.
53.
49.
61.
53, 48.
The Dakota's average is 52.8. I was hoping for maybe a winner. Now that the Dakota's done, we are down to the final vehicle. Out of everything I own, probably the most unanimously good daily driver. So let's go test that right now. Possibly, in my opinion, the best daily driver on the planet. 2014 Chevy Caprice PPV. Yes, it's an ex-police car with 180,000 miles, but it's got the 6-liter V8, 6L80E automatic, and this particular car has been swapped to a Chevy SS interior. So that means this particular Caprice has heated and cooled seats, really nice climate control, really nice stereo, heads-up display, and it's got a ton of bolt-ons, so it is very fast. Now the downside to this is I'm pretty sure it gets about 12 miles per gallon, and I traded the sleeper F-150 for it, and all in all, I have well over $20,000 into it, which it's not worth. It's maybe worth 15. But the good news is, if you want a Chevy Caprice PPV, they are all over Marketplace for 8 to 10 grand, super clean examples with the same drivetrain that are super easy and fun to modify. We could have a winner on our hands.
Too expensive. I mean,
But you could get one for a lot cheaper than this one.
Yeah, but the whole
badass.
point is the one you have.
Yeah.
Also,
That one
it's-
has you in the hole.
Also, it's an auto.
Yeah, but it has goodies.
Yeah.
Also, one of your own stipulations for daily driver was manual.
Yeah.
I just mean for the general person, I think Caprice PPVs are slept on. I think they're an untapped market of awesome dailies. This is like the third PPV I've had, and I loved every single one. Shall we go for a spin after we hear that exhaust? Check out that leg room back there.
Not bad. Not bad.
There's only leg room because they used to put prisoners in here. There was a wall here.
Yeah, okay, still counts.
I just turned on the cooled seats. We'll see how cool my butt gets now.
Cooled seats. Everyone notice how nice the AC is blowing right now? It runs pretty good with 5 people in it. Yeah. And this car consistently ran 12 threes at the quarter mile. In bone stock form, they still rip, haul ass, sound decent, and are very comfy. I'm curious to see what it does from 0 to 60, so let's hop right into that. 5.13 seconds, although the car does this weird thing where if you shut it off and turn it on, it rev limits like that, so I want to try that again. I think we can do better. Ooh! 4.76 seconds. This is just barely the second fastest car. And we are back from Caprice test drive, the final test drive of the day. Let's see how it stacks up against all of the other cars. Let's start comparing. First things first, price. Now, I'd like everyone to consider that this is a special situation. I traded for that car because I wanted to get away from the sleeper F-150. So yes, I have about 23 grand into it, but you could have bought that car off Marketplace for 15, because that's what it was listed for, and also, you can get them all day long for 8 grand. All right, verdict says, boom.
1. That is really expensive.
That car was listed for 15 grand, so that's what I'm going off of. I gave it a 5, because that's still a bit pricey.
If it were 8, I'd say 6. With it being 23, I would have said 2. So I went in the middle somewhere at 5.
Next up, we have appearance. Vote.
6. I think it's a pretty good looking car, but the paint is not perfect.
I gave it a 6. I honestly think those cars look better when they have all the cop stuff on them still.
7. I love those cars. It's mainly the wheels for me though.
I said 5, similar to what Tom said, but also without all the cop stuff, it just kind of looks like a normal car.
Next up, sound. Boom!
8.
Cam sounds good. Not a fan of the drone. I think you can pick better off than the drone as much.
I said 8. First time I heard that car from the outside, I went, woo! So that's a good.
8. I love the way it sounds when it shifts.
I said 7, I think it sounds badass, but that drone and the exhaust rattle makes my head hurt.
Number 4, usefulness. And vote.
I said 6.
I also gave it a 6.
It can do everything except tow.
7. Same reasons.
I said 6 also for the same reasons.
Next up, we have reliability. And rank.
7 because it's an LS car.
I gave it a 7. Needs a little bit of tune help.
Yeah, the 3 Caprices I've had have all been fantastic. Not one of them has left me stranded. I've had full bolt-on, mild bolt-on, and bone stock. No problems with any of them. 8.
I said 7. I've seen the way Tom drives them, and they take good use every time.
I'm gonna turn my 5 into a 6.
Oh, damn. Thanks, Declan. Next up, miles per gallon. Now, I will say I've never tracked the MPG, and the speedometer is off because of the wheels, so the factory one on the dash is not calibrated properly, but I think it gets about 12 miles per gallon. And vote.
I said 2. It's pretty bad.
I said 4. Now thinking about it, kind of want to change it to 5, but it's not great. Next, we have 0 to 60. The Caprice is the second fastest vehicle of the fleet with a 4.7 second time, which is pretty badass. 0.1 second slower than noise complaint. Ranking, go.
I said 8. That's pretty badass for a four-door Malibu.
8.
I said 7.
I said 8 because even with 5 people in it, it was hauling ass.
LS Kinkerball, baby.
Now for creature comforts. And compare.
I said 8. That SS interior is pretty awesome. It's heated, cooled seats. I mean, you're not gonna get much more options. The heads-up display is cool too in the windshield.
That is anything with air conditioned seats is an automatic 8, I think. And last but not least, our overall personal score, the last one of the day. How much would you want to hop in that car every single day, rain or shine, and drive it? Ready? And boom.
I said 5 because manual is a really, really big deal to me.
I said 7. If that was my car, I'd fix the exhaust and then I'd drive it every day.
Yeah, the problems are super simple to fix, like the exhaust and the tune, but Caprice PPVs are the perfect daily driver in my eyes. Okay, boom.
49.
58, 61,
61, 53.
Okay, very interesting result. We will conclude in 1 second. The winner of the Daily Driver Challenge out of these 8 vehicles is the Focus ST.
Yeah, baby! Wow! I never won nothing in my life!
The Focus ST had a score of 56.6. The Caprice PPV was just behind it at 56.4. And a surprising third place was the Stroke
Hell yeah!
with a 55.2. I'm a little sad that a tuner won. Honestly though. Congratulations, Declan.
Thank you.
That was really, really fun, and I'm curious to see what everyone thinks in the comments. Now, we should also have an honorable mention for the worst score of the day. Absolute worst, most terrible, humanly possible.
Score.
Guess what, Josh? It wasn't you! It was noise complaint. Come on, none of us want to daily drive that. It's badass, but no one wants to drive that in the winter and the dead of summer. Let's get a celebratory burnout, come on! Just hold up the... Yeah! Woo! That's the winner of the challenge right there. Yeah.
Feels good to be in first place, baby.
You know, we got a first place burnout. We need a last place burnout.
To be fair, first place burnout would be really poopy like that one because the whole point of this challenge is to find the daily driver. So, in theory,
it's the ultimate daily driver.
okay, well.
I just want to say, I was on your team secretly, and I wanted you to win, but after watching that, and then that,
It's
I
front-wheel
regret my
drive,
decision.
man.
Oh.
Hey, I mean, Josh laid down some pretty mean front-wheel drive burnouts.
This one even burnouts, bro.
Yeah.
This is just
Oh, you want to prove it?
I'll do a burnout right now.
Sounds like we got some salty people.
Let's really test the limits of the crack house.
I mean, this is private property. I don't think they can really do anything.
Yeah, private property owned by some crackheads. Man, that was like a rerun of the 0 to 60.
It didn't really hold very well. I thought it would.
That right there marks the end of the Daily Driver Shootout. What did you think of the results? Do you think there should have been a different winner? Do you think we ranked them fairly? Let me know in the comments below. I'm super excited to hear your opinions, although I think the results speak for themselves. Do we have any final thoughts?
I think I was a little hard on my car. I probably would have changed it if I could go back.
I'll always be Team 7-3.
I honestly can't believe the 7-3 got third place. That was a surprise.
I already got the shaft. However, I am going to quote Mike Finnegan. This is one of the best days of work ever.
That challenge was a lot of fun. Let me know, guys. Do you want to see more videos like this where we mess around with cars, compare them, talk about them, drive them? Or do you want to stick to the regular stuff? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought about the winners, the losers, everything about this video, because we tried something new this week and we had a hell of a lot of fun. So thank you guys for watching the best AM automotive content on YouTube. Thank you to Josh, Declan, Papa John, and Aiden for being in the video, helping out all the time, because that is what makes this team work. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Check out the Patreon, check out Speedy's equipment, and check out tomsrefurb.shop. I'll talk to you soon. Love ya. Bye.